Hi tubies, here's Alexander again, and welcome to another painting tutorial. I was asked in my last video how to paint orange Space Marine armor, because apparently no one has ever done this on YouTube before, so, well, let me show you how to paint orange. First of all, we have here our Space Marine primed in white, and now I have to talk about contrast paint. Well, I mixed myself an orange contrast paint. This here. This is my secret weapon for painting orange. And it is a mix out of 3 different contrast paints in a 1:1:1 ratio. It's 1 part Yanden Yellow, 1 part Contrast Imperial Fist, and 1 part Gryph-hound Orange. So, and with this contrast paint, we will now, cover this entire Space Marine to give a nice orange base for this entire mini. So, as you can see, this gives a nice dark orange. It's not too dark, and it's a good covering. And yeah, this is how it looks. I'll finish now the entire marine with this contrast paint and be right back. Okay, there we are back, my dearest tubular viewers. And here, as you can see, the orange contrast paint is nicely applied and dry. And with this base coat now we can start to apply the actual armor color. And for that I use game color Orange Fire from Vallejo. And we are using a nice fluffy dry brush for that. We put the color on the palette. There we go. Then we rub it off on a paper towel like usual, like you do with a good dry brush. And then we simply apply the color all over the miniature, and it should generate a nice even orange tone. So obviously there are places where this chunky brush won't reach, and there we simply switch to a different brush and we simply paint on the areas that we couldn't reach previously. And within just a few seconds we have a nicely even orange paint coat on our Space Marine. Or whatever you are painting. This doesn't apply only for Space Marines. No, it also works for Stormcasts or Chaos Space Marines or Leagues of Wotan or whatever nicely armored miniature you want to paint in orange. So, and there we have our nice orange base. I'll let that quickly dry, and we see us in a few seconds. With the power of YouTube editing, I'll be back in a second. Okie dokie, now he's completely dried, and as you can see, we have a nice even color of orange all around the miniature. So now we are at a point where we can decide however we want to proceed, what painting style we want to paint this Space Marine in. So the first obvious painting style would be the Games Workshop Eavy Metal painting style. That means you have your solid color, and then you just pin wash the recesses with a dark shade, and then you edge highlight all those areas. I will quickly demonstrate that. So for the pin washing, we use Rhinox hide. Put that on the palette, water it down. Yeah, that should be a good consistency. And then, for example, we go for the leg down here, and we apply the dark color to the recesses, like that. See? It's not very hard to do. Basically like applying a wash, and you could totally do that with a wash itself, but make sure that you remove excess paint like for example here, this here. We don't want to have any stains on our surface. We want a nice clean pin washing, just like that. So, and now we go for the edge highlighting. For that, we will highlight our orange. We take a little bit of that orange on the palette, and then we add a little bit of brighter color into it. You can go for obviously yellow or white, or maybe a sand color. So put the yellow in. At that stage I need glasses. Put them on. Okay, there we go. So, and for edge highlighting, you use a brush with a good tip, and then we simply follow the lines that we want to edge highlight, like that. So I will just demonstrate that on that two parts, and then we use pure yellow, and then we highlight even tidier. I'm not a master of edge highlighting, so forgive me if I mess this stage up a little bit, but you get the idea. So with this method you would continue along the entire miniature to edge highlight every single edge that you can see. Also you could here go along those straight lines with the side of your brush, just like that. So but I will highlight this miniature in a different way, not in the GW style way. I'll be back in a second for that. Okay, there I'm back, and Well, my method of painting Space Marines is the stippling method, and for that I use 3 different brushes. This fluffy makeup brush, then we have here this more tight stippling brush, and the smallest stippling brush. So then we go for the orange again. Take our orange and the palette, and we mix in yellow into this. Roughly a 50-50 mix for the first highlight. I take the big fluffy brush, dip it into the paint, remove most of the excess, and then we start stippling the highlights on, just like that, in a zenithal pattern. So we are stippling from above. With this broad brush we can cover quite a large area with that. So for example, here we have already applied a highlight to about 2/3 of the shoulder pad. Then here for the legs. A little bit here on the backpack. On the side of this brush. Of this leg. Okay. Then we go for step 2 with the second brush. For this we will add even more yellow. Now it is a 2 to 1 mixture out of yellow and orange. Again, remove most of the excess, and then we start stippling the color in an even smaller area. And there we go. And then we go for a pure yellow. So, and just like that, we have a nicely highlighted orange. Wash the brush. And now we take some white and mix it into the yellow. So it's a 1-to-1 white and yellow. And now with the smallest stippling brush, we will tackle some really nice spot highlights. So, that's it already. And now we will take pure white and make some edge highlights at some very specific spots on the miniature. Not every single edge on the entire mini, but just some selected few. Like for example here, this knee pad. Didn't go so well. Like that. Then here, for example, the edge of the boot. Same on the other side. Here, the edge of the boot. So we're just picking out the most raised edges. Then maybe here on the arm, here on the hand. And here on the helmet. This collar protector. And then here on the backpack. Okay, that's basically all that is for painting this orange armor in this way. There we have them. Completely painted in orange and highlighted. So, in order to, well, finish the Marine, you do the usual. You paint your plasma gun in maybe black or red or what have you. Make plasma coils, then paint all the recesses between the armor, all the silver parts, paint the holster and the little bags that he's carrying, make the base and the miniatures done. But for this video, this is only the tutorial on how to paint the armor. We will leave it at that. So I hope you like this video tutorial. I would like if you like the video. It would definitely help out my channel. Leave your super thanks if you so desire, and we see us in the next video. Alexandra, bye.